Now you want to know something strange about Fallout? It's the simple fact that we don't have a lot of chicken recipes. It seems we have a couple of them. So when I was at my local grocery store and saw that we were having a sale on leg quarters for 69 cents per pound, and I knew that I could meal prep for the week for under $15, I was like, well, looks like this week's episode is going to be leg quarters because surprise, surprise, your boy shops for these videos on sale. So if I see a sale, that's probably what the video is going to be about. And you know, there is another strange thing. How many iguanas have you seen around the wasteland? I haven't really seen many of them, but there seems to be this really tasty looking recipe. It's called iguana bites. Might have to try to substitute a meat for that in the future and make some iguana bites. That sounds pretty tasty, doesn't it? But y'all, sit back, relax, and let's cook up some leg quarters on this PG-1000i.
Now, the wife's niece and nephew came over to the house to stay the night with us while I was getting ready to prepare this meal. So I just figured I would come over the voiceover and talk about what we are doing. You see, the older I get and the more I want to get back into the gym, the more I want to meal prep on a deal. That's right, friends. Freshway Mart was having a sale on leg quarters for 69 cents a pound for this entire meal for the week. We spent $12 on everything. Each one of these packages were about 4 to 5 pounds worth of leg quarters, and that right there is a deal that you just cannot pass up. I'll tell you this right now, I've got about 10 to 12 other pounds of leg quarters in my deep freezer ready to go. But that's one thing that I love about being from a small town is the accessibility to deals like this, especially on chicken and beef. And what we're using today is Everglade seasoning and a little bit of Blanco seasoning on here. And something that I love about leg quarters is the fact of how much heat they can handle and still stay so juicy on the inside. Honestly, that's one thing that I love is chicken thighs. I will take dark meat over light meat any day of the week because of the taste, the juiciness on the inside. And I'm going to tell you this right now, just putting this grill at 225 degrees and letting it sit there while I edit videos, cut grass, or do anything is definitely my favorite way to grill outside. No matter if it's raining, sleet, snowing, or whatnot, I put a UPS, an uninterrupted power supply, on my grill. That way I don't have to worry about power outages or anything like that, because I have lost a piece of meat before due to the power just flickering off for just a little bit. So if you are someone who wants to get into using a pellet grill, one thing you need to think about is the fact that it is electric. Boogie oogie oogie. I can't help myself. I'm sorry for the earworm. But yes, a UPS is absolutely great. But as you can see, these chicken leg quarters are looking so good, seasoned up, and we let them sit in the fridge overnight for 24 hours. And y'all, letting this kind of dry brine with that seasoning on there is definitely a great way to let that flavor penetrate into the meat. But yeah, I can't wait to see what this looks like. Where I know what it looks like, but I can't wait for y'all to see what it looks like on the grill.
Now we've let our chicken season overnight and it is time to throw it on the grill. Y'all, these things are looking so daggum good, and I love chicken quarters. Now we had the niece and nephew over, so I couldn't necessarily talk a lot while seasoning them up, but we picked these up for 69 cents a pound, and it's something that I always love to talk about as far as it goes with meal prep. And you meal prep on a budget. And if you want to know how this, seasoning penetrated the chicken, let me just tell you something, and actually let me just show you as soon as I put this last piece of chicken on here. Y'all, this right here is the juice from that chicken. And as you can see, it has definitely made its way into the chicken. And one thing I love about this PG-1000i is the amount of surface area that we have. You see, this side of the grill, you would think that there's less surface area because you're taking out this whole bit, but it's 18 inches back and 18 inches across. But then we also have these top two racks up here that we can utilize, and I absolutely love it. Now, these up top are probably going to get done a little bit quicker because it is warmer up here on the top in comparison to where the temp is on the bottom side. But we're playing a little bit of Jenga right here as we put all of this chicken on. But I can't wait to see how this turns out because I love chicken. I don't know about y'all. I absolutely love chicken. I come from a very small country town where chicken and beef are the two main exports of that town. And look at this, a little bit of wasteland Jenga later, and we've got almost all of these leg quarters on here. And I told my wife's mom, I said, hey, by the way, we've got a lot of chicken going on the grill. So if y'all want any chicken, feel free to let me know because I am definitely going to have some spare this week. And look at this, a little bit of wasteland Jenga for one more piece of chicken. That right there, friends, is 7 leg quarters, unevenly kind of spaced on the bottom, 6 on the second row and 6 on the top. But yeah, in total we spent about, I think, $11-12 on all of this chicken, and that is meals for the week, that is lunches for the week, that is dinners for the week. Because if we don't want to just eat chicken, we can just take that chicken and shred it up. But I'll give you a closer little look right here. Yeah, this stuff is looking good, and I cannot wait to see how this turns out. So we've got it at 225. I'm ready to close this up for the next few hours, go play Fallout 76 and some Dune Awakening. And yeah, we got our grass cut in between all of these storms. But that's another reason why I love pellet grills. It's a lazy man's way to get smoke on your vegetables or your meat. You can go off and do other things like maybe make a video about catching local legends in Fallout 76. Now it's been about 2 hours since we put this on, so let's check this chicken out. Oh my. Look at how good that chicken is looking. I'm gonna tell you what, y'all, I am very excited to see how this tastes, but look at this daggum chicken. Now let's get in here. Let's see what the temperature is right now. Now we're going to go in here just a little bit. Let's see, we're up to 143, 144 on the bottom. Now let's check up here at the top, and oh my God, just piercing that. As you can see, it is definitely a little bit warmer up at the top, so we're going to move some of this chicken around the bottom to the top, you know, top to the bottom. Now we're here. But yeah, if you were wondering, is that some juicy chicken? Then yeah, that's definitely going to be juicy. Now we've got everything changed over. The chicken that is here on the bottom row was on the middle and top, and now the ones that are on the top and the middle are on the bottom. And there was about a 10-degree deviation in temperature between the two, but it really does make sense because as you see, the heat comes up here, goes over, and then exits down. So anything up top is going to be a little bit warmer than what is in the bottom. But I'm absolutely down with how this is looking, and I cannot wait to see how this tastes shortly. Now we just took the temperature of the chicken, and it's time to pull them off. We've got the pellet grill now in cool down mode. But y'all, look at how good that looks. Oh my. I know you can taste it through the screen because I am ready to eat. I just had some country ribs a little bit ago after stream got done, but it's about to be that time to eat again. And now we are going to let these rest a little bit until we start to try them, just because it did get a little hot. It got up to 175 degrees on the majority of them, but a few of them did get up to 180. So not to burn the roof of my mouth, we are definitely going to let them rest. But y'all, I want to show you something. Like, you see how this looks right here. This is ones that we have had on the top row, then on the bottom row, and with those juices just dripping down, oh my God, it makes everything look so freaking good. Oh, it looks so tasty. And now something that I don't suggest you do, I'm gonna do it, and I'm only gonna do it once. So if you think and wonder, is the chicken juicy? Yeah, I'd say so. And wow, look at that bone, just pulls right off of there. Okay, I changed my mind. I'm gonna eat a little bit of that. No, come here. When everything else is cooling down, I'm gonna try this one. I'm gonna try this little piece right here that we just broke apart. Because waste not, won't not. But yeah, oh my God. I need to put on another set of gloves. But look at this. Look at how juicy. Oh, cat's gonna love that one. But yeah, 3 hours at 225 degrees. One of the easiest things in the world to cook is chicken. Chicken thighs are my favorite thing in the world to cook. But my God, that's tasty. But yeah, the cat is gonna love this one. But y'all, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day to check this video out. Y'all, enjoy the day out there in the wasteland, whatever it is that you're doing. I'm gonna sit back, eat this chicken, and I'm gonna try this skin, because I don't know about y'all, but chicken skin is one of my favorite things. It's got that fat that's been rendering up against it. It's got that seasoning. Oh my God, it's so good. Seriously, y'all have a great, wonderful day out there in the wasteland. I'm gonna go feed my internal fat kid.